So, Nintendo Switch game cases. I am a massive physical game collector. I like to get my games physically, and I love the game cases Nintendo Switch games come in. They're kind of like smaller DVD cases, and they're also not as wide. They're actually very, very similar to the PSP cases, if you remember those from back in the day. They were very like, you know, these clear, thin, tall cases. Now, these cases are coming back for Nintendo Switch 2, and Nintendo is making a little bit of a mistake with these cases. Luckily, you'll be glad to hear that these cases are actually going to be the same size as the Switch 1 cases. So you can put them on your shelf and they'll look pretty good next to some Switch 1 cases. So yeah, that's great, but now they're going to be red. These cases are going to be red and they're exactly the same size, so it's an easy way to tell the difference between different cases, kind of like what happened back in the day with the DS cases. Here's a first look at one of these cases in the wild. Yeah, you can see here they're pretty much the same, just a different colour of plastic. But there is a problem with this case design. As you can see, if you open up these cases, the inside is no longer transparent. You can no longer see through it. Now, this might not sound like an issue, but to me it kind of is. So with a lot of first-party Nintendo Switch games, the inside of the cases are actually, they have like a poster or some artwork inside, and it's a really fun thing just to, you know, when you buy a new game, you can open it up and you can see a piece of artwork. Unfortunately, Switch 2 games are not going to be having that. They're going to be just, you know, a full red colour. They're going to, you know, you're not be able to see through it. So, unfortunately, there is no longer going to be some artwork inside. Of course, this is really minor, but, you know, I just thought I'd mention it, and I'm going to put some of my favourite in-game, like, box art, you could say, the inside of the case box art on screen right now, because I do really like it. That's why, it's one of the reasons why I like to collect physical games. I am a collector, so yeah, I like to collect physical games, and unfortunately Switch 2 games are not going to be having that. Now, this red plastic seems to be quite thick, so you can't see through it, and it doesn't seem to be transparent either. Even if it was transparent, it would still have like a red tint to it, so the artwork wouldn't look that great. Yeah, this is obviously really minor, but it is quite disappointing because that is one less thing that Nintendo has to print, and these games are costing more money. These games physically are costing more than they are digitally, and, you know, going forward, it's just a shame that we're not going to be getting that artwork going forward. Now, these covers still could be reversible. I feel like that would depend on the game, but yeah, some big changes are coming to the casing. What is still great to see is that these cases do have the clips inside for a manual. Now, I've never really bought a Switch game with a manual. I know some like limited run games do have manuals, so yep, they're still going to be supported for this generation, which is great to see. I'd love if every Switch game came with a manual. Sometimes you get like some information or like an advertisement inside there, so they're going to be carrying that on. Maybe like a DLC code as well could be used for that. So yes, the cases are going to be pretty much the same, but that inside artwork probably won't be here for Nintendo Switch 2. And to be honest, that is a bit of a shame, because I did like that. You know, when you open a box, you open up a game case for the first time, seeing the artwork, yeah, it was a nice little feature that probably won't be here for Switch 2. Alright everyone, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I know this is a small news update, but it's something I wanted to talk about, so let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, everybody. Are you excited for the Switch 2 game cases? Do you like how they look? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below, everyone, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks for watching.